Alright guys, how you doing? It's Rabea. I hope you're all well. So this is a little update video. It's been a little while since I've talked about what's been going on in my life, and I enjoy sharing this kind of stuff with you guys, and some of you appreciate it too, so I wanted to keep you in the loop and talk about a few cool things that have been happening. First things first, you may have noticed I'm in a new room. Basically, I had to move house. Hannah and I had to leave our old house. Basically, it was a bit of a stress because it happened right before tour, so I had to find a new house whilst I was on tour and do all the administrative tasks that are involved in moving house. Then I got back, moved house, and then had to go straight into the studio with Vower, so it was quite stressful. It also meant that I had to lose my beloved mix room, which was the attic in the house, which is where I shot pretty much all the videos that I've done for the last few years, wrote all the Grinding Gears stuff, the last at least 2 or at least 1.5 Grinding Gears records there. The Totemist was mixed in there, both records. It was genuinely an awesome space and a really inspiring place to be, so I was gutted to have to lose that space. However, fortunately, I have a second room at my studio, and I've been able to convert it with the help of Jimmy, who's a bass player from Tiger Cub. He's given me a hand with acoustic treatment and getting this place set up to be a new mix room. So I'm extremely happy to be in here. It's not in my house anymore, which is kind of a cool thing because it means, you know, you go to work kind of thing and then come back home and you can chill out and stuff. I've got a little space at home where I play guitar or whatever, but this is the new mix room. And I'm really happy with the setup. It's basically the same setup I had at home with my electric kit, my Native Instruments keys and like synth and stuff like that, so I can do pretty much the same things I was doing there here. But it also means that when I work downstairs tracking real drums and doing other stuff like that, I can come straight upstairs and start mixing, which is a really nice workflow. It's also a nice chilled out space. I've tried to make it chilled in here. As you can probably see, there's a few sweeps of the room. I've also got a new monitoring system in here, which I'm extremely excited about. I decided to go for Genelec monitors this time, and I've gone for the 8341As, and I've got a 7360 sub. So it's the first time I've had a sub as well for monitoring, which is really sick. And the reason I went for Genelec was because from my experience over at Neural DSP doing all the stuff with the plugin, they all use Genelecs there, and I just thought guitars sound immense through Genelecs. I mean, I've used Neumann, of course, for the last few years, and I use them now downstairs in the control room, and they're great. They really are. I know them inside out now, and they're great for mixing on. However, I predominantly play guitar, so I wanted to get a set of monitors that obviously Genelec are well respected in the world of monitoring, not just for guitars, but because I play guitar a lot and I play through monitors a lot, I figured it would be a nice change, and so that's why I decided to go for Genelecs, and they sound phenomenal. Really happy with how they sound. Guitars sound really good through them, and I just want to say a thank you to Mikko at Genelec for helping me choose the system, get it all set up with the GLM system to do whole room measurements and everything like that in this new space, and it sounds immense. I've been mixing on them and they sound fantastic. So, new mix room. This is where I'm going to be doing a bunch of videos from, working on new material, working with Vower on new demos. Basically, it's all in-house in this building now, so I'm very excited to be here. So that would be life update number 1. Okay, so the next thing on the agenda is Vower, my new band that I'm really excited about. I've talked about it a little bit online, but because we've been writing and sort of setting things up, it's been a little bit quiet. However, we went to Middle Farm and we recorded a record with Mark Roberts. I've been posting stuff online, on Instagram, little snippets here and there of what's been going on, but I also wanted to include them in this video, so check out a few clips of what we got up to at Middle Farm. So it was an amazing experience. It was awesome to have us all there together because, to be perfectly honest, there hasn't been many occasions where the whole band has been able to be in the same spot at once, because Josh, the vocalist, lives up in Nottingham, and we all work and do different things, so it's not been that easy to get together for an extended period of time. So that was really awesome to be isolated out in Middle Farm, right? Well, we've written the record, but like record the record and just get to know each other better and have a really good time doing it. So I'm immensely excited about this record and can't wait for you guys to hear it. Working with Mark Roberts on the mix. So yeah, we've got an Instagram page. There's nothing there yet, as I said, but if you go give it a follow, all the updates, all the announcements, everything will be put there, along with a mailing list that you can access through that page to get all the updates about Vower. But if you like what you hear from the snippets from the studio, then I can guarantee you're going to enjoy the music. So please go give us a follow and help us out, support us in these early stages of being a band. Next on the agenda is Grinding Gears Volume 4. I've finished the mix. They've been mastered. I've got artwork and everything, which is coming up now. You know, it's done. It's ready to go. I'm going to get tabs for it as well with Sheet Happens. That'll be coming next year. In terms of when it's coming out, I have to make a decision between putting it out before the end of the year or the start of next year. And there's a couple of reasons for that, but I will update you all very shortly about when it's coming out specifically. But I just wanted to let you know it's done, it's ready to go. Really proud of this Grinding Gears. You know, as in the history of Grinding Gears, they're all demos, of course. But the cool thing about this one is that these are the most sort of extensive demos that I've written for tracks, you know, for different videos that I've done. There's a lot of more intense guitar playing in there, and I just feel very proud of this one. It feels more like a full length, you know, proper long songs. There's a few little minute beasts on there, but most of them are, you know, proper 3.5, 4 minute long tunes with lots of guitar playing in them. So I am very, very happy and excited for you guys to hear it. And of course it'll be out on all streaming platforms, everything like that. So yeah, keep your eyes and ears peeled for when the exact release date of that's going to be. But I hope you're as excited as I am for the final Grinding Gears Volume 4. And yeah, we're going to be doing tabs with Sheet Happens. Of course, I've already got tab books for Volumes 1, 2 and 3. You can find a link to those in the description box below. But they're going to be all transcribed. Everything's going to be out there. So like all 3 volumes plus the new one. And I've even got tabs for the Totemist coming out as well, for both the first EP and the second EP. So I'm trying to get as much transcriptions out there as possible. I don't really use tab myself at all, really, but I understand a lot of you guys like transcriptions, so I've tried to get that set up. So we're going to have Sheet Happens doing both Totemist EPs, Grinding Gears Volume 4, and of course, if you didn't already know, you can get Grinding Gears Volumes 1, 2 and 3, transcribed by Phil Dyer, already online on my online shop. Go to the description box below if you want to pick up a copy. Next on the agenda is Sleepless Apparel. If you didn't already know, I have my own clothing, brand, merch, whatever you want to call it. I just didn't want it to be Rabea merch. It's lame. I'm not a fan of that idea. So me and Dan set it up as Sleepless Apparel. It's basically a place to make cool t-shirt designs, long sleeve hoodies, all that kind of stuff, and just put them online. So if you want to support me, you can go and check out Sleepless Apparel and pick up some merch. And I want to say as well that we've got a sale on right now. It's a bit late to Black Friday, but it's the same vibe. It's a sale with a big chunk of the price cut off there. So you can go on, check it out, and see what you think, see if you want to pick anything up for your friends, your family, your loved ones, for the old Crimbo coming up around the corner. But anyway, Sleepless Apparel. Last thing on the agenda. I was in two minds whether to talk about this in this video, but as NAMM is literally around the corner and we're going to be talking about them a lot, I wanted to show you the latest update of my signature models from Musicman. We are very nearly there with these guitars, but these are pretty representative of what they're going to be in the final stages of development. First thing I want to point out is there aren't just one, but there are 2 models now that are going to be available. Basically, I wanted to do like a light and a dark version of the guitar in different colors and slightly different wood choices. So that's really exciting. But here we go. This is one of them. As you can see, haven't decided on a name for the color yet, but you can guarantee it's going to be something From Software inspired. But yeah, basically, things that we changed were the bridge. It's got a push-push for the coil split. It's got an arm carve now. It's got a deep carve on the back here. And yeah, basically, it's got inlays as well, donut inlays. I won't do proper close-ups on this yet because, You know, we'll save that for another time. But as you can see as well, it's got my little name on the back. But yeah, this is one of the colours, and I really, really love this guitar. It sounds very, very good. Really like the colour. It's kind of like a caramelly honey burst thing, and it just looks and feels fantastic with the flame maple neck and board. And it's got lumen layers on the side now. Just generally feels fantastic. As you know, Musicman make incredible guitars, really high build quality. So I'm very, very excited. They do have my silos in there. We've moved the position of the pickup switch as well, for me personally, so that it feels a little bit more natural. And of course, we've got the carve on the front, because that's something that, you know, with guitars like PRS and my old Chapmans, I got really used to having that there. So that combined with the carve on the back now means the upper fret access is really good. And I really, really like the new bridge. So that would be numero 1. And then number 2, I haven't decided on the name for the colour yet. Once again, it will be from Software inspired, is this beast. This is a beautiful looking guitar. And as you could probably tell straight away, we've got an ebony fretboard. We've got, again, the donut inlays on the front, different kind of burst here. So we've got, it's like a charcoal with a bit of red creeping in, really like that. But it kind of accents the arm carve a bit more on this one, you can see. Once again, got the push, the 5-way, so you can split the pickups down. You've also got the in-between tones. Got the same carve on the back. And yeah, they're both baked maple. I think maybe some of the changes here might be we might change the wood from flamed maple to bird's eye maple on the back of the neck here. And then some of the other very small tweaks are we're going to experiment with how much deeper we can get this heel. But yeah, basically, these are the new Musicman guitars. Very, very excited. And yes, there will be sterling versions, because it's worth telling you now, if any of you know anything about Musicman guitars, they're made in the US in small numbers by a small group of people. They are expensive. There's no two ways about it. If you've bought a Musicman guitar, whether it's a Kaizen, whether it's a John Petrucci guitar, any of the Musicman guitars, you're talking in the thousands. So this is no exception, especially with bare knuckles loaded in. That bumps the price up considerably. So I'm just letting you know now that they're not going to be cheap. But the most important thing is for me to have a guitar that I feel really, really happy, inspired to play, can go out and perform with it, feel proud of it, feel, you know, like it's solid, it sounds good, it looks good. That's the priority here right now for me, is to have a guitar that feels fantastic. And anyone that chooses to pick one up is, for me, purely a bonus. I'm sure for Musicman it's slightly different. They probably want me to sell guitars, but in my case, it's more just about having the guitars and feeling proud of them. But yeah, make no mistake, they're not going to be cheap. Let me tell you that now. So that about sums it up really for this update video. Basically, got my new studio, my new mix room, my new monitors, new Vower record coming, got merch, there's a sale going on, got tabs for Grinding Gears 4 and for the Totemist with Sheet Happens coming very soon. And of course, I've got my new Musicman guitar. So there's been a lot going on recently. I've been trying to keep my YouTube updated with videos, and of course my Instagram is where I do most of my content right now, because it's just easier to shoot stuff and throw it up on there. So if you aren't aware, you can follow me on Instagram. But yes, basically now I've got this space, I'm hoping to make a lot more music and work with Vower and just basically have more content to share with you guys. But anyway, that is the update for now, right before Crimbo. So, you know, let me just say, I hope you're all having a great time. Hope you're all enjoying the end of the year vibes. And again, thank you all for following me and supporting me on this journey in the world of music and YouTube and social media, whatever the hell it is we call it these days, the game. In any case, I really appreciate everybody's support, and yeah, thank you for watching this video. More videos coming, of course. But yes, I've been Rabea. Like, subscribe and share, links in the description box. I'll see you all very soon.